Doing what I feel with no regrets. Constantly forgiving, but I'm never gonna forget. Always keeping my composure, I won't let them see me sweat. The only thing that really matters is the power and respect in this world. I won't make the same mistakes from all the lessons I learned. Ain't no coping, no emotions for them bridges I burned. Must have been forced in my hand. Certain shit I probably won't understand.
These niggas was mocking my intro. It was good.
Drew be like, back live with the Mac 5. He be like, look, you already know what it is. I appreciate y'all tuning in.
With the bros.
Hey, man, you woke up today and chose violence. Claiming like that.
Let Austin do the intro.
Yeah, go ahead, Austin.
All right. Y'all know what it is. Back live with the Mac 5. You already know it's your boy Austin. We appreciate y'all tuning in to the show once again.
With the bros.
With the bros. Again, my name is Austin. I'm going to go ahead and kick it off to the bros. Let them introduce themselves.
Okay, my name is Lake.
Fuck you, nigga. This is Drew. We in here. Yeah.
This is Lance, aka Six Man.
Six.
You didn't say nothing.
Yeah, you just threw a hand up. What's your name?
It's JB.
You think everybody know him already?
All right, well,
we just started the
I'm going to take
podcast.
over from here. Thank you, Austin. I appreciate your
pleasure.
kindness. You
My
know what
pleasure.
I'm saying? Episode 7, we in the building. In this episode, we're going to get into something that's kind of overlooked but still very important. Something that Austin and Lake are actually the expertise is at. Health and fitness. You know, we just...
Health and wellness, man.
Yeah, health and wellness, health and fitness. We all have our journeys. Some don't have journeys at all.
Jordan got his journey.
What is it?
He had like
It ain't started yet.
It's the very
I'm like
beginning.
Squidward in the window watching y'all do y'all
He been
shit.
packing his bags.
Good one.
He didn't set out for the journey yet. He just
It's the very beginning of his journey.
I mean, it's not like I ain't did it before. I just
Jordan, you know what the hardest part is of getting started?
getting started.
Oh yeah, real quick. Before we dive into the health and fitness, we want to acknowledge your birthday. We didn't record last week, but last week was Jordan's 33rd birthday.
Happy birthday,
man.
JBZ.
You feel me?
Preach.
And you know, even though you're 33 and you're getting up there in age, it's never too late to start your health and fitness journey. Get it cracking.
Been there, just
Yeah,
it's been on a it's been on an extended vacation.
intermittent.
Yeah, you
Feel
know
me?
what I'm saying.
All right,
Not a priority, but we gonna get back right.
it's all good. I
We
mean,
gonna get back right.
we all have our own journeys. We'll get into it in a second. But yeah, so it's overlooked, but I mean it's very important, especially like with what's going on now with COVID and all that.
Facts.
It's just being able to stay healthy, make healthy eating habits or healthy eating choices, and developing the proper eating habits, and maintaining physical activity. If you're not like working out in the gym, as long as like you're staying active, getting your heart rate pumping, that's something that, you know, humans weren't designed to just be sedentary and sitting down and all that.
Speak on it.
You know, we want to make sure that we staying on top of our health, on top of our fitness, on top of all that, so we can live the lives we want to live. But I'm gonna go ahead and whichever one of y'all want to start, we can like go into we kind of got into Jordan's journey already. What's some of y'all? We'll start with Lance because Lake and
Speaking for me, and
Austin the experts. You know what I'm saying? You can speak for yourself.
He
but
said
just
we
not
already
right
got
now.
Jordan out the way. We know he ain't on shit.
We'll go in
crazy.
we'll go in Lance's direction. You know, he got the extra small shirt on. He trying to pop his muscles out.
This
You
is
feel
a
me?
medium.
You know, what I'm saying?
Medium.
It is a medium.
But
This
Lance,
is my size.
You know, you was an athlete in college, high school, all that. So just kind of get into your journey with health and fitness, and all that.
Well, I really didn't get into health and fitness. Well, I mean, of course, I was in fitness playing football, but I didn't really get into it until after I was done playing football. So I guess because I was reading books and stuff, I understand the importance of, you know, just something like drinking water when you first wake up in the morning, like how important that is, taking your vitamins, things like that, making sure you're staying healthy and active and, you know, getting your workout in, whatever that is. So my journey didn't start until after, like, I was supposed to. I should have been on my journey while I was playing football so I could get the most out of myself. But, you know, it came when it came, and that's what it is.
But you been on it, like you probably thinking about just getting swole, building on muscle, but you been.
I think you're talking about health.
I'm talking about health.
Yeah.
I didn't get more in tune with health until after I was maybe like a few years after I was done with football. For real, I didn't get in tune with it because again, like I said, I was reading books.
I mean, but you young like that though. Who really like thinking about that?
Yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
And I even feel like at this age now, like I feel like I'm getting like a jump start towards the health because people don't really look into it until it's too late. You know.
That's facts. You don't look into it until
It
something
is
happens.
already too late. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you good.
It's already too late. COVID came. Everybody with underlying conditions, people that are unhealthy. I'm not saying everyone, but most of the people, they're suffering those after effects. So, what were you saying, Austin?
That's a good point.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't even remember what I was gonna say, to be honest with you. But I was gonna ask Lance a question, like, what's your goals? You know what I'm saying? You talk about like your journey. I guess it's hard to really say like what your goals are at the end of the day, because you know what I'm saying.
In terms of what health or
Yeah, like just
like,
you
getting big.
You about to talk your shit?
You know, I wasn't about to talk my shit. I don't really. I just want to look cut. I want to look nice and fit. Like I don't care to be all big. Like like honestly not that big, but I don't care to get swole. I just want to get cut. I want to get my abs right. Show muscles. When I'm ready to hit the beach.
That beach
you know
body.
What I'm saying? Beach body.
Be able to take your shirt off and not be ashamed of what's
I'm gonna
under
take
it.
my shirt off every time.
Take my shirt
So that's
off
what we
and
working
talk
for.
Niggas wearing extra large t-shirts on the beach and shit, man. Hit the gym. Stop playing, man. Damn, you waited the whole year and then you want to take a vacation. Now you in the pool with your shirt on. Let's see.
Yeah, but my goal really is just being consistent in the gym. I think that just goes along
That's the most
a
important
lot of
part.
things in my life. Just trying to be consistent. So in terms of being in the gym, just staying with it.
Well, I guess I'll take the baton on that one just off of the fact you said consistency. So for me personally, probably up until I was 24, I wasn't really tripping off having no muscles. I didn't really care about none of that. I was as tall as I am now, 6'3", probably like 165, 175. I was usually fluctuating in there. But I mean, I'm 6'3", so to be that tall and be that, I mean, sorry, Jordan.
Hey, are you sure you 6'3"?
I'm 6'3".
He's 6'3".
I'm 6'3".
Yeah, I'm almost
6'3",
6'2". I'm 6'1" in a good amount of change. So
Yeah.
so
So
like 6'2".
I don't know. It's crazy because most of the time, like people when they get in they fitness journeys, they're not really people who start like at the top of the year, like with a new year. They'll be good for maybe like a month or two, and then they'll fall off.
Right.
And even like you don't start your New Year's journey. You don't make it a habit like starting on New Year's Day. You start when you're ready to start. So I know you started when you got big. You probably started like in November.
That's exactly when I started.
My journey had actually started at least when I was 24, New Year's Day. I was just looking at myself in the mirror. I'm like, yo, I'm sick of this shit, man. I'm ugly.
What did you
nigga.
want to improve, bro?
I'm bony. I just wanted to look better, bro.
Yeah.
Just to be completely honest, like I'm a grown ass man, and I'm still,
Looking like a little boy.
looking
not
like a
fit
little
in
boy,
large
man,
shirts.
bird chest, all that.
Them wings.
So
Yeah, he had the bony ass back wings.
yeah, I did. Dog. Yo, them joints was
Damn.
poking.
Yeah, you did.
Stab somebody with them.
But yeah, so January 1st, actually, I was doing push-ups and all that. Every day, I started doing 250 push-ups a day. Probably like halfway through January, I bumped it up to 500 and started getting size like that. I was just going crazy with the push-ups, crazy with dips and all that. And then how I got into the gym was I had a night job. I had a day job. I worked from like 10:30 to 7, and a night job from like 8:30 to midnight, pretty much. And a lot of the times, like, because the jobs were right by each other, it didn't make no sense for me to go home and then go right back out. Before I started going to the gym, I would literally just go to the parking lot for my other job and just take a nap. And I just kind of like had an epiphany, like, yo, like, why don't I just go to the gym in this time? I'm just sitting here doing nothing, scrolling my phone, taking naps. I might as well go to the gym. I don't have no reason not to. So I signed up for the gym. From that January to now, I'm working out a couple months in the gym up until like May. I went from like 170. I was a solid 195. I was swole. I was.
How long did it take you to get swole?
It didn't take me that long. honestly, I mean, you spoke on it a couple days ago. We was having a conversation like we're blessed like genetically,
Exactly,
so.
I was just about to say that.
The consistency, like what Lance was saying, that was the only thing I needed to get down pat.
Yep.
So from that, I was actually on like the protein shakes. I was drinking those, and I just swelled up. I got big, and it felt good, like walking around. Like
It does feel good.
Make your presence
like
felt.
yeah, like
does
it
feel
felt good. Like when you walk in the room, like niggas know when you walking in. Like yeah, what up? That's me, nigga.
Yeah,
Chest out.
Yeah.
Feel me? All that.
Poke your chest out, nigga. But yeah, so anyways, I held on to the consistency and I was in the gym and all that. Stayed swole for probably like 2-3 years. And then my job moved and that shit became too much. And the consistency started to wane a little bit. I still like had my size. Like I never like frailed back up like I was back then. But my consistency definitely fell. The definition in my muscles definitely shrunk. And yeah, I just kind of lost my consistency. I'm actually starting back right now. Oh, I'm taking too long.
My bad.
Or you just tripping,
He messed up.
fucking up.
No, I was. My bad. Go ahead.
Nigga said, nah, I ain't fuck up.
But yeah, I eventually fell off. You know, I got swole, and actually I got swole, and then I was talking like how I walked in a room once. One of the rooms I walked in is the room where I met my wife. So I was feeling good. I had her. I was spending time with her. I was working my jobs and all that, and then ultimately I just kind of fell off.
Your muscles serve their purpose.
What happens, man?
The bagged you a shorty and you got her pregnant.
Oh yeah.
You good. Now you can get back to how you used to be.
I lost it. I was on and off. All the way up to 215, I was still like, as far as like what I'm benching, what I'm repping, all that, I was good. But especially when COVID hit, I really fell off. I wasn't going to the gym. And even like kind of speaking to that now, I was at the gym earlier today. It's like making me not want to go back because, I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I'll go in there and it's like for every one person that has on a mask, it's 4 or 5 who don't.
Absolutely.
And I'm like, God damn, like this shit is not safe. So I'll probably try to find another gym, the one you
That's
used to
probably
go
what you
to.
got to do. You what you gotta. Well, I don't want to.
I go to LA Fitness.
You go to LA
Ain't
Fitness.
No big deal.
Everybody go to LA Fitness.
It's Club
so-
LA Fitness, so it's just
yeah.
it's packed and
I've been telling you to go to the gym I used to go to.
yeah, I'll probably sign up for that. But anyways, getting off of that, I'm building my consistency back up now as far as like my strength journey. As far as my health is concerned, as far as my eating habits, that shit always been on and off. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna be transparent.
Everybody's like that.
Right now I'm on like no juice, no so on and so forth. But when I do that, like historically, whenever like I end my diet,
Go
I go on
crazy.
the plunge straight right back into that shit. So I mean, it's just it's a journey and it's had ups and downs, but I know that I have what it takes to get where I want to get as far as like my fitness journey. So just to put it all in a bow, that's where I'm at with it. I had the potential to get big. I've done it before. And I guess just since it's on record, I'm gonna do it again.
Yeah.
This summer, we ready to go 2021.
Oh yeah, I can't
Yeah.
wait.
Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, Jordan, you said you didn't want me to speak for you, so go
You
ahead.
feel me?
Go ahead, bro.
All
My
right,
bad.
so you can't really call it a journey per se, because it's like I'll get started and then like along the way is like I'll like see something and then I divert from the journey, and then
What
it's
do you
like
see?
it don't matter what it is. I'll get started. So like for example, so the first time I think I really like was heavy, health wise and fitness wise was sophomore year of college.
You got big then too.
You know what I'm saying? I was
He's never seen you.
I was pretty swole then, yeah.
You got any pictures?
Probably, I don't know.
Find a picture.
I'll try. But but the thing was for me, it was like, and was probably has remained consistent is when it comes to like my fitness journey is my, I guess, need for a spotter, or it's like I guess you could say accountability partner, but it's not like I need someone to hold me accountable. It's just either like someone who's there gonna help me competitively, but at the same time someone's gonna help me, actually build the muscle, because for everybody that knows, of course, if you're trying to build weight, you're trying to build muscle, which is normally a goal of mine when I do get to the gym. It's like, okay, I want to size up. Normally, you want to work out with bigger weights. And so when you're increasing the weights, of course, lower reps, you want to have somebody that's going to be there to help you and spot you and make sure that you're getting it up.
There's a way to attack that.
Wait.
Pause.
Yeah, I was getting to the pause moment. And
I gotta smell it.
but then Lake Command said there's a way to attack it. It's like,
So y'all niggas, get y'all heads out the gutter, bro. I hear what you're saying though.
anyway, so but with that being said, it's like oftentimes it's like I don't necessarily always have like somebody reliable enough that is a consistent workout partner with me. So like, you know, sophomore year, you know, I had my homies who I was running with up at Emory, who used to, you know, we used to work out with a lot, you know, that whole second semester, sophomore year. And, you know, so, you know, I got pretty swole, just like you were saying, Drew. It feels good walking around, you know what I'm saying? You got some size on you, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be. And then, you know what I'm saying? Then I stopped. And then, you know, going to Georgia State, you know, say, okay, I'll get into the gym, work out for a little while, size up a little bit. All right, cool. And then I stopped. And then right before your wedding, you're like, okay, we're going to size up for Drew's wedding. You know what I'm saying? We'll get big.
And then what you do?
And then I stopped. But the thing was, like, when I was working out, you know what I'm saying, that time, you know, I had Lance and Austin, who, you know, we would go to the gym and we was working out quite a bit. You know what I'm saying? And now, you know, I live an hour away from everybody, from y'all, who I typically will work out with.
You got your pull-up bar?
And
See, that's the thing. Just like real quick, like
Push-ups.
me personally, I guess I have like a pride thing, like because at one point I was the biggest one in here.
Yeah.
So I work out on my own. I don't work out with people. I just kind of like I push myself. So now like y'all three ahead of me right now. It's like, hell no, I ain't working out with y'all niggas. I'm about to get my shit up first. And then when I'm back around with
talking
the
shit
then
the whole time.
Yeah, he talking shit, bro. Talking about weight that he actually can't even lift yet. But that's not even. we not gonna dive deep into that. But yeah, anyways, I just wanted to get to the point like how Jordan needs his accountability partner. I'm somebody who's like, nah, I'm about to do this shit on my own because I don't want nobody to say they helped me get to where I'm at.
You
It's
can
a
do it
pride
on
thing,
you can
and
do it on your own though.
Yeah,
You don't.
you can.
You could get big without needing a
Yeah.
spot. It's like that's maxing out.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
you just
and-
you know what I'm saying, lower your weight a little.
yeah, like, and normally, like, I'll do like you was doing. Okay, I can do my push-ups and my reverse push-ups and my dips and my sit-ups and all that stuff. I can do that at home. And, you know, my body will get to a point where it's like, okay, I've reached the maximum of what, as far, like I said, my main goal is normally to size up. So it's like,
Yeah.
I normally reach my
Why
goal.
y'all doing this nigga like,
Like,
yo,
nigga,
I'm not
every
gonna lie.
episode.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I tried.
I
I gave his nigga eye contact.
Let me ask Jordan, what are reverse?
No, wait. No, before you ask, can you demonstrate? Hey, real quick, bro. What? You got.
You probably talking about dips. That's
Show
probably what you're
everybody-
talking about.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much the same thing as this, but as opposed to doing regular push-ups, like you sitting here and you'll have something like kind of like elevates your legs up here. And so like you're working out like your tries and stuff like that.
So it's like reverse dip.
Yeah, it's like a reverse dip, but you're elevating your legs up, so it's almost like a reverse
I know
tried
what you're talking about, bro.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking
I
about.
tried so hard to ignore these niggas, bro.
Bro, I be,
I just did.
I wasn't laughing this time.
I never heard of.
But nah, go ahead.
Push up.
but like I say, I can only do but so much as far as like, you know, getting size doing that. So when it comes to just going to the gym, you know, as far as that's concerned, that's where I always have my biggest hang up. Fitness wise, you know what I'm saying? I always like, you know, if I have a reliable partner who I know is okay, we're gonna get in there 3, 4, 5 times a week, and we can, you know, sync a schedule, I'm cool with that.
I will say having that partner definitely does
It
help though.
helps.
Because the reason why I got big, like I kind of slimmed down a little bit because I haven't been consistent. But
And you
I
tore
got
your Achilles.
and I tore my Achilles.
Yeah,
so good excuse. Thank you, Drew. I was working out with Austin before I got big. I was skinny too, like like Jordan. I was.
Get them all out, bro. The funny thing is, y'all know I don't give a shit, so.
Oh, he ain't trying to joke.
It's not a joke to me, bro.
I'm skinny like. Well, I mean, like Jordan did.
I was skinny too until I started working out with Austin, going to the gym with him, 4 or 5 times a week. Yep. And when you have that partner, you just gonna get big because when you got someone to push you,
Exactly.
It's
So,
definitely
gonna
the
reach your
best
level.
method. Like you probably get pushed more. It's a pride thing I need to kind of get rid of.
It's
And
that
the thing,
competitive
especially-
aspect too.
I'm just real competitive.
It's
so
that
like,
competitive aspect.
yeah.
When you have a gym partner, you're going to try to lift more than that nigga. You're going to try to do more reps. You're going to try to do more of everything. So shit, that battling is good for each other, really.
Exactly. So that's just really been my biggest hangups for me personally, as far as the fitness part is concerned. But I mean, I've been doing my push-ups, and I still ain't even completely consistent in that. But I have been doing those, trying to get my size back up, and just more so for activity, more so than I am trying to actually like. I don't have like a big size goal or anything like that right now. I honestly, what I'm saying, I'm good for my age as far as health wise. My body's working for the most part pretty fine. You know, little skinny, you know, on whatever, but I ain't tripping off that personally. So, but I do want to, you know, just get a little size and just to more so maintain activity. Now, as far as like the health part is concerned, as we just talked about earlier, you know, I just turned 33 years old last week. And for those of y'all that are experiencing older age, you'll tend to realize, you know, your body don't respond to certain things the way that they used to. You know, going down to even the foods that you eat. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't eat, you know, just red meat on red meat on red meat every day of the week anymore. Like my body will shut down. You know? It said there's like, okay, can't do that no more. You know, I don't eat as many sweets or junk food as I used to when I was younger because my body just, you know, it doesn't react the way it used to, or it takes me too much longer to recover. From that, same thing with alcohol. Like I've had to tone down tremendously from what I used to do. I used to drink heavy. You know, back in my younger days.
Went crazy.
I was you know what I'm saying? I drink a lot. Days. And you know what I'm saying? Now,
this man, we will wake up in the morning.
Hey, man.
Eating breakfast. Jordan is pouring up a shot.
That boy had his bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch with Henny in it.
For the record, that has never happened. That's disgusting. That has never happened.
I'm like, Jordan.
But, you know, I've had my days where, you know, I would drink a little bit, but now it's just, my body just takes too long to really recover from, you know, the effects of alcohol. So I've had to tone that back tremendously. You know what I'm saying? I may have couple drinks a week at best or something like that nowadays. So, and one of the times be when I'm here with y'all. So
aging it will
aging you definitely, you know, you got to be a little bit more mindful of, you know, the stuff that you put into your body, as well as, you know, the fitness part too. But, you know, just eating, you know, somewhat decently. Like I said, I can't eat, you know, just all red meat or all bread or anything like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely went back on junk food, drinking a lot more water, fruits, you know, stuff like that, you know, which I always ate fruit. I love grapes, strawberries, I eat all day. But, you know what I'm saying? Just stuff like that.
Even though you, like, do all that stuff now, even when you wasn't doing that stuff, you was still, like, the healthiest person in the family. Jordan, out of all of us, I probably got sick in 1 year more than Jordan got sick in his entire life. Like, he don't get sick at all.
Yeah, that is a fact.
I mean, like, and like for like stuff like that. I mean, I've always been very well in tune with my body. When something's not right with my body, I always know. Yeah. You know, if I feel like something is coming on, I was like, okay, let me go ahead, you know, water, orange juice, let me go ahead and the thing is, like, when people get sick or they feel like they're down, they feel like they gotta, you know, like huddle up on a couch under the little blankie and you know what I'm saying, oh, what was me? When for me, I'm like, okay, I'm my most active and my most cognizant when I feel like something's not right. So I'll, you know, double down on water. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll take a run or I'll do, you know, push-ups and make sure I'm active working out and stuff like that.
Shit.
And normally within the day, I'm like, this shit gone.
Like that.
Nah, sometimes I feel like
Netflix
fetal position.
Nah, sometimes I do feel like it's a mental thing though. Like I remember there was one time I was sick and I just constantly told myself, nah, I ain't sick. I'm not sick. And the next day I woke up, I was completely fine. Whereas other moments where I am sick and I'm huddled up on the couch, you know, feeling bad for myself, I feel worse the next day.
Yeah.
So
it's festered in it, man. I tell people all the time. Like it's a mental thing. Like just tell yourself you're not sick. Like if you trick your brain into thinking you're not sick, you're not gonna be sick. And then I also joke all the time.
That's
I say
a new superpower.
a lot of whiskey,
I don't got that superpower.
well, I'm not saying if you tell yourself that you're not sick, you won't be sick the
That's
next
what
day.
I heard.
But actually, I did say
trick my
that.
brain.
I said exactly that.
Hey,
My brain gonna trick itself.
No, you got.
Mom used to tell us all the time growing up, like whenever we felt anything, first thing we do, she tell us to pray, like, thank you, God, in Jesus' name for healing me.
Yeah.
Like even like no matter how we felt, we gave acknowledgement to God that He already had us healed. And
Man, I tried that jump before. I had a sore throat. I was like, thank you, God, in Jesus' name for healing me. I woke up the next morning, that jump closed up. Had to go to the ER.
It's not on your time though. It's on his time.
I guess so. I mean, I guess I was healed eventually.
You all right? You should have said right now. He said, all right, but it's gonna be a while.
Let me get back with you.
Let me get back with you, big dog.
It's gonna get worse before it gets better. That's real awful.
but nah, I guess now to the experts, man. Whichever one of y'all want to go first.
I'll go first because Austin, he got more to say about the health part.
Yeah,
my health is terrible, man. I and the crazy part is I'm a part-time personal trainer. I personal train on the side. I eat what I want. I drink when I want. I do all that. And the crazy thing is my metabolism is so fast working.
For this man plates, boy.
Ridiculous.
Man, yeah, I eat like 2 plates, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But the fitness part, I'm really good at. You know, I stay active, and that's the biggest part. The biggest misconception is people think they have to have big muscles to be super healthy.
Don't.
And that could have an adverse reaction, right? You working out, you're putting stress on your bones, your joints, different things like that. You're wearing down cartilage. Look at LeBron, man. LeBron's still in the league. He's 36 years old.
Lean.
This man, the way he works out is so smart. I don't think he really does much weight-bearing workouts,
He
man.
doesn't bench, bro.
He doesn't bench. He doesn't squat for sure. Like, it's crazy. So the longevity that you will have with, working out the correct way, you feel me, stretching, drinking your water, getting the proper amount of sleep is so important, man. Everybody is so quick to get some protein powder, to get some pre-workout shake. Man, I read a book this dude gave me today. His name is Duffy. And this dude, he's a personal trainer for people like Chris Hemsworth, as Thor. He's worked out Chris Pratt, the dude on Guardians of the Galaxy. He's worked out with Brad Pitt before, Charlotte Johannesburg.
You gotta put a picture of her up in Russia somewhere.
Scarlett Johannesburg. She was in Avengers.
Yeah, I know. I know
Black
who you're
Widow.
talking about.
Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson.
Boy, sound like Webby on the Shade Room.
Charlotte
McGee. From Charlotte McGee.
Charlemagne. I can't say that name. But like in that book, it's like he was pointing out. He said something that really caught my eye. He's like, man, everybody they go towards the protein powders, the pre-workout. They're doing everything just to get started. It's like smoking weed to chill. It's like doing cocaine to get up. It's like drinking liquor to calm back down. You're doing all these things that your body does naturally, and it's creating like a bad reaction. So, man, really take this health and fitness shit serious, y'all.
Got to.
Yeah.
Because it's going to tie into the longevity of your life, the quality of life, just all that, man. So, but for me, man, I weighed 170 pounds like a year ago. I was in Cali working a 9 to 5 pretty much every day, and shit can happen. Shit like that can happen, man. You just get so busy to the point where you forget about your health.
And 170 is light for you.
Man, I was a toothpick.
Yeah.
I was a toothpick. Right now, I'm like 205.
Yeah.
I fell off with working out I ain't worked out in like 2 weeks, man. To keep it a buck.
I'm gonna catch you, nigga.
Huh?
I'm gonna catch you.
No, you're not, nigga.
There's the competition we was talking about.
Hey, it's on the record now.
Should say less. Niggas in the gym. All right. It's so important to put your health first, even if you have all these things going for you. If you're super tired, man, don't go home. Go straight to the gym, because you're not gonna get out
Once you get home.
Once you get home, once you get under that blanket or take a shower, because you don't want to sweat.
That shit dead.
You're not trying to sweat after you just took a shower, right? You're trying to take 2 showers. By that time, it's gonna be time to get to bed. You feel me? So, just it's all the little things, man. It's like a big ass jigsaw puzzle, man. Once you put all the pieces together, you're gonna be like, oh, okay.
Hey, man, you brought up 2 good points I wanted to touch on real quick. The first one I'll touch on is the pre-workout and the protein shakes and all that. I did that when I first got big, but
I still do it, even though I know better.
There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it.
I mean, yeah, as long as you use it properly. I got completely off. I think I might get like on some hemp protein, maybe
Vegan protein. I
might do that. But like before, I was on like the GNC. Like that's what I used to get swole. But pretty much once I got
Creatine.
big, I stopped all that because I ain't like I know it wasn't good for me. I just used it to get where I needed to go, and then once I got there, I just needed to maintain. And then the other point you brought up that I wanted to touch on was like you talking about deciding like, am I gonna go to the gym or I'm just gonna get in the bed? Nigga, when you consistent and you decide, I'm not gonna work out that day. That day can turn into 30, can turn into
Straight.
inconsistency. And you no longer work. It really only takes one day for you to fall off.
all it takes.
It's happened to me like over these past few years way too many times. It just takes one day. It could be like, you had a long day of work. Like, man, I ain't going to the gym today. I'm going home. I'm going to go tomorrow.
And it's crazy, man. It goes from you, man, I don't even feel like going to the gym, to once you get that 2 weeks worth of consistent effort, you create that habit. It's like, damn, let me hurry up and go to the gym. You can't wait to get off work just so you can, get a quick pump or get some cardio in.
I miss
It's
that
crazy.
feeling. Like now that I have it, like from working out, like the feeling of like being sore, like I miss that. Like now that I have it again, it's like, yeah, this is dope. I feel like I'm getting somewhere with this.
Man, you work out at the beginning of the day, like, the rest of the day is going to feel so much better.
Yeah.
You work out at the end of the day, you're going to feel that much more accomplished.
You're gonna get
by
some good
that day.
sleep. Yep.
Man, it's crazy. So, man, work out, y'all. Yeah, like start little by little. Don't have that big mindset of, yeah, I can't wait to get swole. I want to be like Terry Crews, da da da. You know, have a positive outlook, but build with small blocks. You feel me? So if you're a skinny person, think, okay, let me pack on a little bit of muscle, and then you know what I say.
No, I'm just listening.
Oh, okay.
I thought you said so too.
If you're a skinnier person, you know, start off by wanting to pack on a little bit of muscle to the point where, you know, every time you make small gains, in the long run it becomes a big gain. If you're a bigger person, don't try to think about, man, I wish I was super skinny. You know, think about it as if, okay, my body, you know, it packs on weight good, which means, you know, I could probably pack on some good muscle, but all I need to do is get some cardio in, and I can shed this fat. It's little steps, man. It's not big steps. You feel me? So take it little by little,
If you really just
day by day.
I mean, think about like human. If you think about human evolution and humans prior to like fitness culture, like we was really designed to be muscular and to be strong, but it was supposed to be done through our like daily living. So
Exactly.
the issue is like a lot of us, we're so sedentary, and so going to the gym is mandatory, and you know what I'm saying, trying to schedule extra time to exercise when exercise should really just be a part of your everyday life.
Well, we don't gotta hunt no more. You feel me?
I mean, no, we don't have to do all of that. We definitely don't have to hunt. but when you're hungry, shoot, if you go to the store, park at the end of the parking lot and walk your butt, you know what I'm saying? Instead of trying to find the closest
nice.
parking
That's a
lot,
good one, yeah.
parking spot. But anyway, that's the type of stuff I'm on right now, is trying to help people hack their habits to make their lifestyles more active, because a lot of people, man, like it's just hard summing up that willpower when you just got off work from a stressful day and it's 6 o'clock, and man, it's hard to sum up that willpower to go to the gym consistently,
Some of y'all,
especially if
man.
it's not like a big priority to you. Like everybody ain't trying to be like looking like an IG model out here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I got time for that.
Yeah. So anyway,
Y'all may have your vices. You know, you want to get home, drink your wine, drink some liquor, smoke your blunt. And I'm not saying don't do that, because you know I'm not your father. But at the same time, if you get that workout in and then go home and participate in whatever you do, it's gonna feel that much better.
No, that's real. But go ahead, Austin.
well, yeah, my whole thing started when the trampoline park failed. So for me, it was like an identity crisis, in a sense. Identifying as an entrepreneur and then sucking as an entrepreneur for a period of time. And then it's like, well, shoot, what am I then? So just started going to the gym. It was like, all right, well, in order to rebuild your own personal equity and belief in yourself, find something that you can do consistently. And going to the gym is what I chose to do, man. So a week turned into...
Just quick backstory. Sorry to cut you off, but for those of y'all that don't know, he's a very entrepreneurial mind.
Yeah.
And
He was
previously,
a skinny nigga too.
I
Facts.
really was.
For the record.
facts.
So
But
he has pictures too. We've seen the pictures.
We might put one up.
We should
Throw
put
the
one up.
before and
We might
after.
put one up.
But yeah, entrepreneurship
he used
was my
to.
thing.
I was gonna say he used to own a trampoline park. That's what I was
Oh,
getting
yeah.
at. Some people don't know that about you. So
We're going
it's
to get
like-
into that too.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's good. That's gonna be a good
That's a
episode.
great
Good episode.
episode.
But yeah, he
We'll
used to own a
get too drunk
trampoline
first.
park for a little while.
Yeah, on the trampoline park. When it failed though, that's when it was like, all right, shoot, man, I gotta figure this out. And at the time, I was about $160, man, 160 pounds. So I went to the gym for a year. About a year and a half, man, I was up to about 195. And that's still where I'm at right now. Honestly, I haven't put on too much weight. Just fine tuning my processes and getting on top of my health. But I call myself a metabolic coach. Basically, what that means is I help people understand how their body is metabolizing food, turning it into energy, or storing it as fat, and how their lifestyle plays a big part of that. So this is my life. I plan to be in this space for the rest of my life. The companies that Fantasia and I have coming up in the next few months serve this passion. And I don't know, it's one of those things where I feel like it's cool to feel passionate about like something. I feel like this is like my niche for the rest of my life. And that's why whenever like anyone says, Austin, I'm gonna be stronger than you one day, or I'm gonna be bigger than you, I always say like cool, like good luck, cause I'm gonna be doing this shit for a long time. A long time for the rest of my life, bro. Like, man, at one moment I'm benching 325, and then, you know, weeks later I fall off because I get sick or whatever the case is, and I can't bench 275. And then now I'm back at the point where I'm getting 325, probably 335, and I'll probably get up to 345, 355. But it's like a long journey for me. So I love it, man. This is my groove for sure.
Austin, you always had the athletic build. Like me personally, I could just speak for myself. Like my whole life, I ain't never had abs. Never had them. Like flat stomach, I can't. Like I
You
got
never had skinny abs, bro?
Bro, I got a 4-pack. I can't get them last two, bro. them last two, bro, is a hurdle, nigga. I cannot get them last two. But like Austin always like had that cut, but he was just skinny. Like he could eat whatever he wanted, do whatever he wanted. He just always had that cut.
Always had.
So even like when I was big before, like they all caught on to like the fitness stuff. I was like, man, if this nigga Austin starts like getting consistent, he gonna pass me up.
Yeah, Lance is the same way, man.
Yep.
For real,
Easy.
like
It's natural.
yeah, it's the consistency, bro. Like if he just gets consistent, I mean, I know I can catch y'all like strength wise, but like that cut, like is you just got it.
What I want y'all to focus on, man. I know y'all want to get big chest, big arms, and shit. I want y'all to focus on y'all core and your legs.
I can't.
Y'all looking like Larry the Lobster out here with no legs and no squats and shit. Man, the core, that's what's going to stabilize your body. That's what's going to prevent any type of back injury.
Yeah.
Get your core up. It's a TVA. It's called transverse abdominals. It's a layer of a muscle underneath your regular abs. You ain't even know that, huh?
Hell no.
You got a layer of muscle underneath your abs, bro.
What is it called, like?
TVA, transverse abdominals.
Okay.
Build that up, man. That's gonna be huge for you down the line. As you get older, people with back problems. You see dad with, a hurt back every other weekend because he ain't got no abs, no abdominals. Hey man, go do some crunches or something. All right, y'all big up top, small down low, man. Like the legs, that's supporting your body. Mm-hmm. You feel me? You're not gonna be healthy as far as your skeletal system. As far as anything, if you packing up, it's like I don't know. It's like carrying like a big ass box with 2 chopsticks, bro. it doesn't balance, man. So I want y'all to focus on your legs and your core, cause the upper body is gonna come.
Good
And that
advice.
goes for anybody, man.
Welcome to Lake's TED Talk. We appreciate
Get right,
that.
man.
But yeah, so that's everybody's journeys. Moving on, so specifically in the Black community, we have challenges, with health. I think on the fitness side, we, overall, if we were to look at, just us, we do pretty well. But health wise, especially like communities that we grow up in, like you'll see, like ain't no you're not gonna find no Whole Foods in the hood. You're gonna find Church's Chicken. You're gonna find Waffle House every block in Atlanta. Liquor stores on every corner.
But a Whole Foods in the gentrified area of Atlanta.
Of course, well, yeah, in the gentrified, not in the hoods though.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
So, like, it could get deep when trying to like dissect and diagnose the health problems.
Liquor stores on every block.
Straight up in the Black community. So, what y'all think about the challenges that we face? And I know Austin is part of your mission to kind of reverse the trend on that. What's something that we can kind of do or talk about in regards to the challenges that our community faces?
The rabbit hole runs so deep.
Yeah,
I think it's political, man. We got to get some people in office that's gonna fight for the inner cities. It's gonna fight for the people that are at a disadvantage. Cause man, the rabbit hole, like I said, runs so deep, man. It's to the point where I don't know where to start.
Yeah. I mean, it's not. So it is that like we gotta have advocates. We gotta have lobbyists. Not just advocating for people that live in these inner cities, but there's got to be like education programs, really getting to the root and teaching people how to eat. You know what I'm saying? Because they do have programs that help our communities. Like you look at food stamps. People in our communities do receive food stamps, but when they go to the store and if you audit their shopping cart and what they put into their bodies, they have the means to purchase food. Not always the best,
The cheapest food. You feel me? It's the cheapest, most unhealthiest food.
It's the cheapest
which is why they have a limit on what they put
This is facts.
on your food stamp card.
This is facts. That's facts.
I don't know where to start.
I mean, it's you can't. I don't know. I like to. It's got to go like both ways. On one end, it's like y'all aren't giving me, or I just personally don't have enough resources to feed myself healthy food. But then on top of that, I'm still making a conscious choice to feed myself bad food. You know what I'm saying? Like you still walking out the store with 2 cases of soda,
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? Other stuff that's not.
Absolutely.
Soda I had.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But at the same time, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Bro.
I was just gonna say I was piggyback what he said. Well, actually, I just think the biggest thing is what Austin said is education. You know,
Facts.
people aren't educated on how to eat healthy. So like Austin said, you go and get your soda, you go and get your noodles or whatever it is cheap. You know, because when you're in those lower communities and communities that don't have like the Whole Foods and stuff like that, that's where everybody goes to. You know, especially trying to save money. When money comes sparingly, you gotta go buy that stuff. So
Man,
like
it's
when
hard
you-
though, cause
That's the
nigga,
rabbit
we
hole
was
you're talking
we
about.
in college. We was broke as shit, bro.
And what was he eating?
We was eating some noodles,
Ramen.
some
Exactly.
fucking canned food,
A bag of
and I would
chips.
go to the gas station because I knew they had 99-cent soda. I was
Exactly.
thirsty. I was tired of water, and I wanted some Tahitian punch. What's that shit called?
Tahitian
treat.
I want some Tahitian treat. I wanted some soda, and that shit was cheap.
No matter what it is, like
that
as a
shit
college
fire, though.
student, like you got what $2-3 in your pocket. You're gonna go to Burger King. You're gonna go to
Get the 4 for
McDonald's
4,
or whatever.
Wendy's.
You know, and even if you want a salad from a fast food restaurant, it costs $8 to get a salad. You know, it's
That's
one
why they
education.
taxing water.
And they putting fried chicken in it too.
Water costs
Yeah, they
$2.
do it, and I get it every time.
Water is more expensive than soda sometimes.
It's like
Straight up.
It
like,
is.
think
It
about
is.
it, man. Like,
It really is a deep rabbit hole when you don't know where to start. So
you feel me?
It's too many things to address as far as like healing the health in the black community, but it has to start with something that's in our control, which is like educating ourselves. It's the most important thing, because if we educate ourselves on how to eat and what to purchase, then the things that we're not purchasing will begin to change the type of ingredients and the foods that they're putting out. Ramen noodles, for example, like if they're so terrible for us and we all got on the same page, like, man, we ain't eating that no more, they're not gonna put that trash out. They're not gonna put that trash in our communities no more. Same thing with liquor, same thing with whatever the case is.
But that's the thing. We need to get to a point where we're controlling what's being put into our communities.
That's ideal.
You feel me?
But I think another part of it that we're not really attacking that is just as important as the education piece is the access to resources.
exactly.
Because while we can sit here and educate ourselves all day, every day, if, you know, we're sitting here, you know, for the people out there, you know, who only are working in, you know, your minimum wage jobs, your $10 an hour jobs, or, you know, whatever the case may be, they're only receiving X amount of money in food stamps. Like, they can only buy but so much food, and when you got to feed your whole family for, you know, 2 weeks, you know, a whole month, whatever the case may be, sometimes, yeah, the education sounds good. Yeah, I can go in ahead and, you know, I should get, you know, spinach instead of lettuce, or I should do, you know, this instead of that, whatever the case may be. When you start looking at the financial parts of it, it's like, well, okay, while that sounds good, I know I can afford this much, and I have to feed my family for this long.
And you got other bills.
So
That's all true.
And while we were talking about, you know, that, like, you know, certain places don't have, you know, the Whole Foods, for example. Like, you're not gonna find a Whole Foods in the hood, cool, but you're gonna find a Kroger in the hood. But tell me how the food at the Kroger in that hood gonna compare to the Kroger over here. You know,
It's
you know,
definitely
and
different quality.
You know, it's like, you know what I'm saying. That's another piece of it. You know what I'm saying. Where it's like, and sometimes people may not want to acknowledge it so much, but there are certain reasons sometimes where people will, you know, travel outside of their immediate environment to go shop at other places, and because the food quality is just better in these other neighborhoods. And when you have certain people who may not have the same means of transportation to get to the other better quality of foods and stuff like that, it becomes a whole resource issue as opposed more so than it is an education one. So
When
it's
you
like,
say better quality food, like when y'all think better quality food, you have to go back to like, what are the foods that are killing us in the first place, right? So like, what are like better quality foods that y'all think that we need to have access to?
okay, well, when I said that, what I meant was, okay, so for example, I can go get grapes from this store. Okay, they all gonna look fresh. I can, you know, taste, they're gonna be good, cool. And then I can go get grapes from over here, and half of them are rotten, half of them, you know, they've been done picked through and all that. And then they also don't stock the shelf, so it looks a certain way also.
No organic
what about
section.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I more so mean.
It could
It's
be.
like,
It could go towards like saying as a Kroger and Buckhead getting food shipments every other week, as opposed to Bankhead getting food shipments every other month. Shit like that. Like, that's the type of shit that we got to deal with, just because it's just the system that we're brought under.
That's real.
So that's kind of that's more of the piece that I was kind of more so talking about. But to kind of, you know, answer your question as far as, you know, like what better quality stuff, I guess we can go through. That's, you know,
And that's why we need education, because you could go to a store and buy your greens and vegetables and stuff, but it has these additives and preservatives and stuff like that, and you think you're eating healthy, but you're still adding all this junk into your system, and that's where the education comes into
That's
play.
a whole another conversation. Because
Exactly.
then we get into organics, and
Right.
niggas definitely can't afford that.
I mean, honestly, it's not even like people don't even need organic food to eat healthy. Honestly, if you really think about it, the issues that we have in our community, they're like stem from us not being able to properly manage like our hormones, which are like insulin and stuff like that, that contributes to diabetes, high blood pressure, the things that are tearing our community apart. And the primary things that contribute to that are like your foods with high fructose corn syrup, your heavily starched, sugary foods that, they just wreak havoc on our immune system. And I'll have to do this experiment on my own, but I'm willing to bet I can go to the store with $50 right now and still get enough food that may not be organic. It may not be littered with vegetables and stuff, but it's food that's going to keep me alive and keep my hormones regulated. And that's where the education comes in, because I can go and get a whole bunch of ground beef, not the organic ground beef. I can get some cheap ground beef and some eggs and, whatever else.
You got to show me.
Let me ask you
I got
this. So you spoke on the education piece as far as like people need to get educated. What are some of the tools you use to get educated on healthy eating habits and being able to say that you can take $50 and go to the grocery store and eat well? Because I can't do that shit, nigga.
Yeah. I mean, it's gritty eating, but basically the difference is this. Like, let's talk about somebody who might be dealing with diabetes. I think everybody listening to this knows someone who has diabetes. Right. The main culprits of a diabetic person, main things that spike their blood glucose are heavily starched foods, rice, pastas, stuff like that. Your sugary drinks, your juices, and then just your sugary foods like cereal, waffles, whatever the case is. Those are the things that really spike your blood glucose. And that's why I say if you take that person, a diabetic person, and you send them to the grocery store to purchase meals to prepare in a week that's completely lower carbohydrate, which means it's not going to spark their insulin as much, then they can still go to the store with $50 and buy a bunch of ground turkey, buy some eggs, even get some processed meat, sausage, turkey, or whatever the case is. And they can still be managing their blood glucose to, help cure themselves with diabetes and stuff. So, most of the stuff I learned over the past 2 years, like training people, because I started out arrogant with the just do this in the gym and it'll work out. And then you have clients who do everything in the gym that they're supposed to do, but then they ain't making the progress.
It's less than half the battle, man.
It's way less than half the battle, man.
Nutrition and proper sleep. That's like
90%.
That's like, you feel me? That's 90%.
It's 90%. So they'll be doing all the things, but then they're making no progress. And it's because we found them in like compromised states where you've got, especially women who deal with conditions like polycystic ovarian syndrome. Man, they got, just all kinds of stuff, you name it. And if you don't really hone in on what's going on inside their body that's causing them to gain weight in the first place, then anything that you prescribe them to do in the gym is going to be
It's not going to work, man.
But what did you like? What resources did you use to learn this stuff?
So man, books. There's a really good book out called "Why Do We Get Sick" by Dr. Ben Bickman. He's a doctor out of Utah. And I'm gonna let y'all read it as well. It's a great book. So Why We Get Sick. And then man, hours and hours and hours of listening to lectures on YouTube. Lectures y'all probably would not listen to, man. Hour and 30 minutes of doctors spitting out scientific terms.
That shit dead.
Which means I didn't even understand
What's
all
crazy
of
is
it.
I
Look
would
up
do something like that.
podcasts.
Podcasts too.
Health and Wellness podcasts. Those are dope for sure.
But a lot of the issue is like a lot of the stuff that's out there, the average person is not about to sit up and listen an hour and 30 minutes. I'm gonna do it because I'm a nerd. I love to learn about it. But like Jordan ain't finna sit up and listen to an hour. And 30
I would do
minutes.
an hour and a half, just not of that, because that's not something that interests me.
That's my point.
That's I can admit that though.
Exactly, and that's the hurdle that I think we have in our community, is presenting the information in a way that's interesting to us, because we're a unique set of people. Let's just be honest. And the content that's out there that's super educating, these are people that don't look like us. that are talking about problems that are not prevalent in our community.
Right.
So, you know, we're going to tune out because it don't sound like you're even talking to me.
Right.
That's like talking about history. You
Facts.
bringing up our history, talking
Yeah.
about some other history.
Fact.
Man, there are a lot of health things that distinctly affect the black community that they do not have the representation in that community to shed light on, nor do we get the resources to do research studies on things that affect our community. So, books and YouTube and trial and error, of course.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing.
And I asked you that for a reason, because like I think Jordan, you were talking earlier about how we don't have like access to resources, and to a large degree that's true. But in this information world that we live in now, you can pretty much get access to anything you want to learn for free. You can, like, there's a lot of stuff. I'm like, just even like learning things about podcasting. I'll turn around and watch a podcast to see like what type of camera angles they have, what type of stuff. Like you can pretty much get a college educated,
Absolutely.
have a college experience, like learning wise,
in a fraction of the time.
just from watching YouTube, consuming podcasts.
How you learn how to mix music, Lance?
YouTube.
Exactly. Like it's a lot, man. I learned how to do a lot of handiwork in the crib on YouTube. Like it's like it's a lot of like free education out there, and it's really just up to us to go out and get it.
Car problems?
So
YouTube.
straight up, everything YouTube. I fixed. I think the door handle on Shannon's car had like messed up and like came apart. I went on YouTube, boom, fix it. So just kind of back to my point, you can pretty much
Handyman.
learn everything you want. I'm trying to get like Pops, dog.
I was gonna say,
It's crazy. But
there's a character on what TV show was it?
you missed the moment. But like you can pretty much learn everything you want to learn on YouTube, and kind of like getting into like what you were saying about the rabbit hole. I think personally, and y'all probably agree with me, I think there's a like a system designed to divert our attention away from stuff like watching hour and a half of, you know, things like learning about health. They'll be like, nah, we not about to advertise this, but we about to advertise this battle rap that you're gonna watch when we finish this podcast.
You already know.
We are entertaining people.
Yeah, like I mean, it's natural. We want to,
We want to be entertained.
We want to be entertained
Because we entertain people, you feel me? So
Right.
that's just who we are.
right. Like
So you come with
know,
some bullshit, boring ass, monotone lecture that I'm gonna fall asleep within the 5 first minutes. They know what they doing.
Exactly.
Yeah, he
I
gonna fall
think
asleep on this. They not gonna watch this.
Yeah, I think it's a system designed like to divert our attention away from things like that and to pay attention to things. I mean, obviously, it's one of me personally, and even y'all, our favorite hobby, sports. Watching sports, like I could spend an easy 5 hours in a night watching basketball. That's
All
nothing
day.
to me. Like I could do that. That's gravy. But like when you sit back and think, like, damn, what could I have learned in those 5 hours?
We used to watch football all day on Sunday.
Straight up.
yeah.
All
And
day.
in Cali, football games start at 10 o'clock. So from 10 o'clock till about 8 o'clock at night, football will be on all day. And then here it's like from 1 o'clock to 11. Like we as a people, we all like, and just anybody in general, we'll sit down and we'll watch a whole day's worth of football and not think nothing of the time that we spent and that we wasted. But at the same time, we want to complain about not having the resources to educate ourselves on things important as health and fitness and,
Facts.
you know, learning things like that. So, in part, the onus is on us to, you know, get the ball and like, you know, go after the resources that are out there to help, you know, improve our lives.
Yep.
Not just, you know, things that entertain us. And obviously, you know, you can set aside, it's almost like a budget. You can budget some time to, okay, I'm gonna watch this game, but I'm not gonna watch this one. I'm gonna go ahead and instead learn how to, like, that's what I do. Like, let me learn some more tricks on this video editing. Let me figure out what I need to do to get these graphics right. Like,
I continually make the wrong decision.
hey, I'm just now getting to that stage, and I'm 31, bro.
I don't even think it's the wrong decision, man. Like you ain't
It's-
working like
Yeah,
24/7.
yeah, it's
I
good.
feel it, but like I could be studying as far as, you know, whatever, you know, fitness wise or creating a workout plan, but instead I watch some
It's
TV.
like Austin, the my
Watching-
mentality
watching
thing.
anime.
He said,
Hey,
"What
man,
about to
I'm
watch a
like-
movie?" But I mean, yeah, we could just like budget our time. Obviously, we all have hobbies, things we enjoy, and I'm not saying to just eliminate that. I'm damn sure not about to stop like watching like all Laker games and all that. But just budget your time, especially like
Just do it.
when you have like families that need your attention and families that you want to give your attention to. And just like all sorts of things. I'm learning that now. Like I've been hella busy pretty much since we started this joint. And it's just all about like budgeting your time to be able to, like I've learned a lot just budgeting my time. Like, let me do this, let me do that, let me do that. And it's like, it's times where Nipsey had a quote where he was like, when if you ever like get that feeling of like being overwhelmed, it's like a reminder to yourself that you're demanding more from yourself than you ever have. So like when I like start to feel that, like I kind of like, yeah, this is what it's supposed to feel like. So I'm gonna keep on pushing. And sometimes the way to keep pushing is like put it down for a second,
Take a
and
break.
like it helps. But kind of
It's like working out.
it's like working out.
I
Help
think that's why it's so
You need
important.
your rest
to-
day.
I mean, that's why it's so important. First of all, to recognize human behavior. Like obviously, like not only do we all resonate with that, but everybody listening makes commitments that they don't always follow through on. That's just life, number one. And that's why the second thing is to always do something that like you love, that you enjoy. Like I don't just like I'm not waking up in the morning like, I gotta go to the gym today. If I felt that way, I wouldn't go to the gym.
Right.
Honestly, like Jordan, you know what I'm saying? Like if I feel like I'm not gonna go, I'm not gonna go. But I wake up looking, boy, I know that Monday is chest and back. My calendar says chest and back. It doesn't say Monday. I don't have days. I ain't got days on my calendar.
That's when I also stay in the gym.
Hey man, that's like.
Day.
But I mean, you fall in love with the process. Like one thing I could say about myself is like when you're committed to a process and you see the results and it works, it's like it's something you want to stick with.
wanna
Like
keep doing it more and
right,
more.
When I first started working out and I put my before picture and my after picture next to each other, I was like, hell yeah. Like, why
like
not
your
do this?
music.
I was just about to say,
Shit
like,
works.
I'll go back and listen to my old stuff and listen to what I got now. Be like, God damn, I got this good. Let me
Exactly,
keep
man.
getting better. You know.
But that's because it's you love it. You know what
Right,
I'm saying? Like
yeah,
you wouldn't
yeah.
have stuck through that process if you didn't love making music.
Yeah.
Like, for real.
Right.
Like you really gotta love what you do.
Yeah.
But that's why it's important for people who do love it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Lake and I, like we're passionate about what we do. So it's our responsibility to put on for the culture, like for those who don't love it. Like right now, Fantasia and I are trying to figure out how we can take all that boring ass information that they're telling us and make it entertaining for our people.
For me.
Right.
Yeah, so that we can actually learn and retain. Like take these an hour and 30-second sermons that these people are putting on educating themselves, and let's extract that information in 5 minutes and you know what I'm saying, get it out to our people.
In an entertaining way.
As much as I love working out and training, I wouldn't say that's my passion. I would put it in a more broad aspect. I just love helping people.
Okay.
Right? Just in general, helping them with whatever goals they have. Like before, I used to work at a physical therapy clinic in Cali, and just the point from when somebody would come in, be in pain, crying because whatever injury they have is so painful to the point where 8 weeks later, say they had like a torn meniscus, and 8 weeks later they're 100%, well not 100, but about 80 to 90% better, and the smile on their face just from that progress that they made is super dope, man. Being able to just see that just appreciation of what you did for them is that makes whatever I do feel that much better.
Absolutely.
Feels worth it.
So and that's the same with working out, man. Like people want to reach their goals, they want to get to a certain fitness level, and you help them get to that point, and they're nothing but full of gratitude. That's what you want, man. And I think that's what God had planned for us.
I said this like 2-3 times earlier today, just talking with some people I had at the crib. And it kind of like falls into this aspect as well. I forgot what it was. I wish I could maybe if I find it, I'll edit it in. If not, y'all just not going to get that shit. But anyways, it was a dude on YouTube or maybe it was on social media or something like that. I don't know. But like he was talking about like starting businesses and things like that. And like how you start here and like you'll you know, kind of like go through your obstacles of the business. Maybe you lose money here. Maybe you know, your customer service scores are trash or just whatever. And like while you're doing this, you're learning, but you're still like going like downward. And like pretty soon, if you keep at it, that downward swing is going to turn into an upward swing. But a lot of people, they'll hit like pretty much the point where the swing is about to go up. And they'll be like, man, I'm done with this shit. I'm out. And then they'll go and they'll start the next thing. And then they'll go through the same cycle, start something else new. So
that's a fact, man.
one thing, you know, to kind of keep in mind is the best advice I can give you as far as like health and fitness or even broader anything in life, whether it's business or anything, just keep going. Like
Remain consistent.
For real. Like even like, let's say you working out and you have fitness goals and you want to get to, let's say you're like me. If I was 170, I get up to 185. So I'm like 10 pounds away from reaching my goal or whatever it say. And let's say, you know, I have an injury and I'm like, nah, man, fuck it. I'm done. I'm not about to work out no more. I'm done. All you have to do is just let yourself heal. Boom, get right back to it. And you're gonna reach your goals. So just kind of word of advice, just keep going. That's just like as simple and plain as I could put it. One thing you said earlier, Austin, well, I don't even know if you said it, but it was something I thought of while you was talking. Our bodies are actually amazing, like how they work. Like it's really like honestly working out and all that stuff. Like your body just adapts to the conditions that you set for. At the end of the day, that's what it boils down to. So if your body is like you working out and your body feels like, okay, he's you know working out, he's like doing heavy lifting. It's just amazing how the body works. But it's pretty like let me feed the body the system needs to be able to do what it's trying to do.
Yeah, man. If
So-
you really like break that down like on a scientific level, I ain't
Yeah,
gonna get into it. Man, like the stuff that actually happens in your body when you put that level of stress is amazing. Like it's like, dang.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I believe it. Like it's just the way the body works. It's like when you like deep dive into it. We're not gonna do all that right now, but like when you deep dive into like how it works, it's really just essentially your body is adapting to the conditions that you setting for.
Right.
And I think that's dope. So obviously everybody has their own challenges. Everybody's not, you know, coming into the world with the same genetics. Some people have different challenges than others, but
Yeah.
if you set a condition for your body to adapt to, it's going to. I mean, you see stories where people lose 200-300 pounds.
Sure.
It's because of the conditions that like, I'm not going to be big no more. Let me
Exactly.
do this, that, and the third. And then your body going to meet you where you need to be.
And a lot of that has to do with setting like you say, like just stay committed, stay consistent.
Facts.
The best way, really the only way to stay consistent and stay committed is to set yourself up for commitment and consistency. So like, you know what I'm saying? If you really trying to get honest on your nutrition, don't set yourself up for failure by having no groceries in the home and you get home from work. Because what are you likely to do?
Get some fast food.
You already know. You're going to just run by Zaxby's or whatever the case is. So
I ain't have a lunch today. I went and got me a steak and shrimp quesadilla
just like that.
with a large lemonade.
It was good as hell,
That shit,
wasn't it?
that shit was nasty as fuck.
That was
It
nasty.
was all soggy and shit.
Oh, that's a
I'm
hell.
like, where the shredded cheese at?
Nah, we not going.
You got from that restaurant over there?
I forgot what that shit was called. Nah, I ain't get it from that restaurant over there. I'm not
But
gonna
yeah,
name
man,
it.
setting yourself up for success, man. It's all about that preparation. Because as amazing as the body is very routine. And this is human nature. Like we are just not, for some reason, hardwired to stick with things for a long time.
Man, it's crazy.
I can't tell you the amount of ideas I have in the graveyard. Ideas, businesses, efforts. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you the amount of things I have in the graveyard. We're just not naturally designed to stick with stuff that we're not interested in doing.
Yeah.
So
That's a fact.
it's
That's a
very
fact,
important
man.
to set yourself up for success by preparing properly. Number one, or two, as far as fitness is concerned, like most people think that it's a one way road to getting fit. Like it's like, all right, I'm going to eat clean and work out, and that's like what people do. When you don't even have to like go that route, you can make very small modifications to your life. Like I said, walking to the grocery store from far away in a parking lot, or standing up and walking around your house every 30 minutes if you're working from home, or
getting up and doing like 5 air squats.
Yeah, just simple
Throughout-
stuff like
throughout the
that.
day.
Like I got clients, I was just like, look, you ain't gotta go crazy. Just every hour on the hour, just get up and do 20 squats, and then finish doing what you're doing.
Some of my clients, I'll give them a challenge of the day. So I'll say, do 50 air squats today, or go ahead and plank for a total of 5 minutes throughout the day. Just stuff like that, just to get their blood flowing, get them a little more active. Do something a little different, because the routine could get boring, and that could be another reason why people stop, because they're doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over. And you know, if you're a human, like that's
It
just
don't
hard.
hold your attention, man.
So they don't hold your attention. So
You resonate with that? Do you get bored easily?
Yeah, man. Very much so. Very, very, very much so. But I
you
mean,
might do like CrossFit or some shit. Like
Jordan want to do CrossFit.
CrossFit is crazy.
the thing, and I was thinking about this earlier, because we was talking about, the keys to, maintaining, health, wellness, and all that good stuff. And I'm not saying we need to go into, into this in depth right now, because we don't. We really don't. But, what I'm saying, when you talk about being at peace, I guess is a way I want to kind of put it. You know what I'm saying? Your mental well-being as well. All that stuff also plays a factor.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
that's a
if you
whole
put,
nother
if you,
episode,
that's why I said we don't have to go get that deep into it. But I do want to at least address it,
starts with your mental.
because you know what I'm saying. Like if you're not in a mental space, or if you're not at peace, like how many times have you you know what I'm saying? You got a plan, you ready to go, you know what you got to do that day. You and your girl arguing or something. Now that just throws your whole day out the window. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and it can be just something as small as that, but just overall, you got to make sure that you're in a peaceful place with yourself to really, you know what I'm saying, really put yourself in a prime position to achieve whatever goal it is,
Right.
whether it's health, wellness, financial, spiritual, familial, whatever the case may be. It's like, you got to make sure that your peace comes somewhat as a priority.
Yeah.
To make sure that you're able to accomplish and tackle whatever it is you want to accomplish and tackle.
I think the tricky thing with that is though that your health and wellness has a direct impact on your mental health as well. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's crazy
so
about it.
folks is waiting to work out and eat healthy until they get their mind right, but your poor health and lack of exercise is what's got you jacked up mentally in the first
And
place.
it's like, what came first, the chicken or the egg?
Yeah, it's,
Right.
it's
But at the same time, man, like you gotta have that right. You gotta tell yourself, okay, I'm ready to get this work done. I'm ready to start working out, and that's how it starts. It starts with a thought. You feel me? So, yeah, you want to get in that habit of working out to create a better mental mindset, so to speak. But it's like
It's equally important. You gotta,
yeah, it's the
chicken and
both
egg or some shit. The fuck came first? So man, it's a full body battle.
Yeah,
You feel me? Health and fitness. Us is a health, I'm the fitness.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's real. So I mean, damn, I forgot what I was gonna say that fast.
Damn.
But anyways, it's just kind of like it's a lot that goes into it. I remember what I was about to say now. You may not. I mean, you spoke to you have to love what you do, and the reality is 95% of people who work out don't do it because they love it.
Facts.
But I mean, I'm sure it's something that you love to do that you would want to be able to do. That is the thing that's blocking you is not having a health and fitness journey. So I do want to stress the importance. Like we do have to, as a community, get our health and our fitness, on track where it needs to be, because ultimately, if you having kids have grandkids, you want to be around to, see hallmark moments
Facts.
from kids, grandkids, and you just want to be able to play with your children. You don't want to be like, oh, decrepit or whatever. Be like, man, I can't go outside right now. My legs hurt or something.
Exactly.
Like that. You want to be able to be at an age like you can still be up there in age and be youthful at the same time.
I got clients just like that. I'll ask them, so what are your fitness goals? How do you want to go towards or attack your fitness journey? And they'll just be like, honestly, man, I just want to get active enough to be able to play with my grandkids, to be able to play with my kids, be able to go on a walk with them and shit.
So if that's something that you love to do, use that as your motivating factor to get your mind, body, and spirit right. So that's where we're at with it.
And you may not even love working out, but you're gonna love the way you look.
You're gonna love the
You're gonna love the way
process.
you feel too.
Beyond that,
It's
man,
a fact.
there's so many ways to work out. Find something that you do love. Go play
Right.
basketball. Go play tennis. Go walk your dog. Go cut the grass. Dad like cutting the grass. Let him cut the grass.
I be trying to let him.
I'm not gonna ever cut his grass.
I be trying. They be getting mad at me. He like cutting the grass. I'm gonna let him.
He always says, that's how I get my steps in.
Straight up.
Go get your steps in. So even if you don't love going to the gym, pumping iron, and like the typical fitness culture, man, there's got to be something that you love to do that's gonna get you active.
Right.
Just do that.
Something.
That's all it boils down to. And then even on the health tip, eating habits, I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm perfect. I mean, I just started my diet. What's today? The 5 days ago. The day before that, I was eating whatever I wanted. I knew that I was about to start dieting, so I went and got me some gummy worms right before. Just in transparency, you ain't got to had a picture perfect diet, but you do want to get to a point where you're feeding your body healthy, foods and things like that, because what you put in your body is what you're gonna get out of your body.
Absolutely.
So, with that being said, I think that's a good place to close. Any thoughts? Anything else y'all want to add before we wrap this up?
Man, y'all work on y'all legs.
And drink a
Looking
lot.
like you just
drink
got out
water.
of prison and shit.
Drink water.
Some of y'all don't drink enough water.
Yes, drink water, especially when you first wake up in the morning. Make sure you drink some water, man.
I watched a
feel it
YouTube
running
video
down
on that. I forget what they say about drinking water first thing when you wake up, but it's before you even get out of bed, first thing you should do is drink water.
Wake up
I
your
leave my car in the water right next to my bed, and right
your
before
brain.
I even get out the room, I
You
make
just
sure.
went 6 to 8 hours without drinking nothing. Your body dehydrated.
Yeah.
What book was that in? What was that book called?
It was
With Jim
called
Quick.
Limitless.
Limitless.
Yeah, Limitless. Hey, that changed my life. No lie.
that was a good book.
We'll get that book. But hey, everything that goes in your mouth should be nutritious for you. Everything,
Hey.
right?
Yeah.
Hey man.
No, but for
Women.
when you do eat something like that, I do this. This is my last thing I say. For myself, often like I'll be claiming, or not claiming. I'll be
Claim the sweet cream.
What y'all be saying? Like, yeah, you be capping on the gram. Nigga.
No lie, bro. I be craving like a bowl of cinnamon toast crunch, and I got it at the crib too. But I'll be like, all right, man. You know what? Like I know that's what I want. Like my body telling me I need sugar. Let me eat a salad instead. So that's the salad y'all see on the
You
ground.
gonna post a salad on the ground with the spinach and the strawberries and the kale and all that.
Right after.
Nah, he did. You gonna trash that? You gonna eat the cinnamon toast crunch? Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, when you craving stuff like that, you gotta think like, why is my body craving something that's not good for me? And then put something in your body that is good for you. And then if you want to follow up with that, you know what I'm saying? That
I ain't
craving.
never craved no
the
broccoli.
trick for me is like I
Never craved no broccoli.
I love
Green
juice.
beans.
Like I be drinking juice. Like that's why like my thing this month is no juice. And I guess the one way to kind of, I wouldn't call it cheating, but make smoothies. Take some fruit and blend them up. Boom, and it's healthy and that's my juice.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So
I say last thing I want to say, just 2 words I want y'all to take away from. Then this is just like even stuff that I have to take away from myself also, especially if I do want to actually remain, committed to, what I'm saying, health, wellness, and all that stuff. 2 words, y'all: sacrifice and discipline.
whew, I ain't even heard sacrifice the whole
So
podcast.
y'all want to make sure that. You know what I'm saying? Because, there's all stuff that we love to do that we just sometimes shouldn't be doing it for the sake of our goals or the sake of whatever journey we're trying to take. And sometimes you have to sit there and say, you know what? I have to put this aside so that I can get to where I want to go. So be very mindful and be very willing to make whatever sacrifices that you have to make in order to make the goals that you're trying to meet. And then at the same time, when you are on track, like I said, we all slip. We all are going to, have have those days where, I don't feel like doing it today. But mentally, you got to make sure that you remain disciplined. You stay the course and make sure that, even if you do slip one day, just make sure you get back the next day. Or, if you had them days where it's just challenging, you're just like, you know what, you got through one set, you don't know if you can finish the other 2. You just got to remain disciplined and stay the course.
Man,
So sacrifice
That's a
and discipline,
fact, man. That goes with working out. That goes with eating.
everything.
All that, man. Go ahead and close it out, Drew.
Yeah, man. We
Close
gonna
that
end on
shit
that note because that was profound. You feel me?
Very
So that's gonna be the last thing y'all hear. Appreciate y'all tuning in to the Mac 5 Podcast, episode 7. We getting swole on you niggas.
Hello, my name is How y'all doing?
Wait. I'm so excited.
Man.
We taking our pictures, you know what I'm saying, with your shirt
I'm
off.
trying to tell y'all.
Let's get
I'm
it.
about to bulk up too, because I'm not letting y'all get bigger.
I'm about to get my diet right because I've been eating like shit.
Hey, bro, I've been meaning to talk to you about that.
Hey, man, we out. We appreciate y'all tuning in. Hey, we
I
out.
promise that I'm doing all the things you said I couldn't. I know you won't believe me if I told you I'm a star in the making. Get more support from unfamiliar faces. No, I don't strive to be famous, but I'm not blocking any blessings. If that shit is up for offer, then you know I'ma take it. It got a few stipulations about my soul I never give it to Satan at all. Money really be the reason that some of you fall. Doing shit just for abundance, but fuck what y'all been doing, cause I know my time is coming. I've been running and running, I came this far and I'm not seeing any reason in stopping. Niggas